Hello, hi there, and welcome to Budget Model Railways Tutorial Tuesdays, episode 20. Doesn't seem likely that we're up to episode 20, but here we are. And this week we're going to look at how to make your own little vegetable patch or vegetable plot for a garden. This is on my new layout, and you can see I've even managed to get a figure digging the garden. And I think this is quite effective, and we'll show you now how we made it. So how do we build that little vegetable plot? I think what they call in America a vegetable patch. So it really couldn't be much simpler. What we've got here is a strip of corduroy fabric. This actually came from Next. It was a little sample, in fact, off a sofa. But they're basically any bit of corduroy that you can find like this. You need a tub of some kind of brown paint, bit of PVA glue, and some kind of green scatter. This was bought from a garden centre as part of their kind of Christmas scene range. I bought it in January, obviously, when they got it all in sale because nobody had bought it at Christmas. So relatively simple. Cut off whatever size vegetable patch you want. It's very Blue Peter, this. I'm just going to do a little bit just for the test. Do need quite sharp scissors to do this, actually. When I did my other one, I borrowed my wife's dressmaking scissors, but don't tell her, because it's a fabric. So there we go. That's a nice little vegetable patch. Really couldn't be much simpler. We get our earth coloured paint, and you paint it on. So here we are, just finishing. Now this is Humbrol 29 Dark Earth that a lot of people I know use for all sorts of things on model railways. So but I think it looks a really good like soil colour. There we go. That's that bit done. So the next stage, very simple. A little bit of PVA glue along the top of the furrow. Get some of your little green, whatever you want to use. I have got some bright colours, so I'm going to try and do one later of a flower. I'll just knock it out of where there's not any. So that then gives us, I find you just have to work a little bit with it. That gives us a row there. Now if you do every furrow, I find you lose the effect of the different rows. So when I did my other one, I did every other. So you can see how it's beginning to look. Looks like we've got crops growing. So it's a bit like potatoes where you bank the soil up around them. And tap it off again, which is fine. And then you can actually see there, obviously you've got the glue a bit, but you can see how it's beginning to look like crops growing on the soil. I don't know how much Fowler charged to do one of their very posh, wonderful garden scenes, but that's cost me next to nothing to do. And there we go. You can see that once the glue's dry, let's clear some of this out the way so it's not as difficult to see. In fact, let's try this on, there we go. And there you go, then you can see that you've got the beginnings of a little vegetable patch with the soil banked up in furrows and crops growing on the top of it. And that will look very effective once the glue dries there. And you've seen the photo of the previous one. So a nice simple little way of putting a little garden or a vegetable patch. You could put that on a signal box. A lot of signalmen had little gardens next to the signal box, or you've got your back gardens or something like that, and you could use, as say, I can't find it at the moment, I've got some coloured felt foam that does flowers, and you could do it as somebody growing flowers in a flower bed. So there we are, a bit of corduroy, some paint, some glue and some green flock, and you've got a vegetable patch. As always, thanks for watching and enjoy your model railways and railroads. Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.